Coming up on the forum, a fast and easy way to screen and apply for public benefits is now available to citizens in Norfolk and across Virginia. Struggling to pay your water bill? Assistance is only a phone call away. And register for a day of one-on-one financial advice and educational workshops. No strings attached. Human Services Forum begins right now. Hi, I'm Jan Callahan. Welcome to the forum. It used to be that applying for cash assistance, child care services, nutrition assistance, and Medicaid required a trip to the local Human Services office. Now, a new option is available that makes the process faster and easier than ever before. Ebony Wood is an eligibility worker at the Department of Human Services. She's joining us with a very enthusiastic review of this new program or system called Common Help. Ebony, you as an eligibility worker deal with people every day who come in to the agency to apply for assistance and may have questions and what have you, but you've also been working with this new system that delivers these services and allows you to apply online. This is a big deal, I would imagine, for people who work in a position like you do.
Yes, it is. It's a great option for the city of Norfolk residents. They're in the privacy of their own home, or maybe they're at the library, and you have access to it as long as you're at a computer or internet access.
Okay, so if you have internet access, you can get right to this, and it covers some of the main public assistance programs that that people may be interested.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, what if you don't know if you're eligible? Can you use the system to help with that too?
Yes, we also have a screening online with the Common Help. You can go online and see if you are eligible for any of the benefits that you may be interested in.
Okay. We mentioned TANF, which is the cash assistance, SNAP, which is nutrition assistance. We have the medical assistance, which would include Medicaid.
Yes.
What other medical assistance programs would they be?
They have FAMOUS.
FAMOUS for children?
For children. As far as the Medicaid, we do have they will go online sometimes and apply for things that they don't understand, like ABD, disability. But a lot of times you would really have to call your worker for that.
Okay.
To
get the extra assistance?
Right.
Yeah, some of those things are a bit complex and you just can't do it all online. But for many people, they can just go online and screen for this first. So to find out if they might be eligible and want to bother with the rest. But you can go ahead and apply anyway, right? Right.
It's very easy. It's convenient. It's quick. I would think anyone could walk themselves through it. They show a film at the beginning. So it's I love the program, honestly. It's very effective and efficient.
Well, it's got to be fun, too, doing something that's a little bit more 21st century, I think, and instead of just the papers.
Yes.
And that's being encouraged, is for people to try this online application system, which not everybody is that keen about who comes in the door, I'm sure. Are they a little intimidated? Well,
actually, the feedback that we've gotten from the clients or customers, as we like to refer to them, they are very positive about it. They like the fact that it's convenient, it's quick. It cuts down on the processing time for us as the workers, so it's really a win-win situation.
Yeah, everybody does win. If it takes less time for you to process it, that means they may get their benefits sooner.
Right, exactly.
One of the other things too is that you can not only apply and screen to see if you're eligible, but there are other things you can do with this system once you've put in your application, right?
Exactly. You can renew your benefits, you can report changes, you can go in and get information about your case, you can check your status. If you go on and do an online application, you can check your status as well.
Great. So instead of calling and saying, I want to know, did you get my application? Has it been approved? I need, I want to find out. They can do this online.
Yes. They can go back and check their status.
Okay. And this is 24/7, so you don't have to... And you don't have to worry about transportation to the local social services agency either. This must be great for people who aren't as mobile, perhaps some of the elderly or people who may have disabilities that would prevent them from easily getting from one point to another.
Exactly. It assists in a wide variety of ranges. Some people are not as comfortable as coming down to the agency due to the clientele is changing. Our clientele is changing daily, especially with the economics going on now.
Right.
So they're more keen to go online and completing it, complete their application.
Oh, so it offers them some privacy
Exactly.
that they might not have if they
had to
bring themselves down to the agency. So I guess the stigma that some people attach to this disappears because you're not having to deal with all of that.
Exactly.
Well, that's also, a real plus. Plus, it's just nice to be able to do it without having to go someplace else to do
Right,
it.
right.
Now, you can do it from home if you have a computer, but if you don't, say if you went to the library, could you do it? Could you apply from there?
Yes, as long as you have internet access, you would go to www.commonhealth.gov and you can go on and screen, apply. It's a self-service. It's wonderful.
Okay, and it's easy to do.
Right.
They have instructions as well if you don't have somebody there to guide you.
They actually have, like I stated earlier, they have a video and it walks you through a sample of what the customer will see on the screen, and they're able to pretty much walk themselves through it. Sometimes if they have any questions, they will call. And it's really no problem. It's very easy to use. It's not intimidating at all.
Well, see, that you heard it, so if you are all intimidated by computers, this is a way to learn how to use them, and the process just involves setting up an account, which is all very easy to follow instructions online.
Right.
And after that, you get instructions after you've made the application as to what to do next. So your interviews, because often face-to-face interviews have been required in the past, are they still required?
Well, actually, we do telephone interviews. Now, if the client requests to come in, that's fine, but actually we just do a telephone interview and it's over with. You don't have to come into the agency.
Okay, great. And we have kiosks or computers that will be set up for that if people do come into one of the agency locations and they'd rather do it that way, they can, and then they can tell everybody else how helpful it is. So it cuts back on processing time. It cuts back on you having to either go to an agency or have something mailed to you, and you can take care of it in the privacy of your own home if you wish.
Right, and it cuts down on errors for the workers as well. So.
And that's good for everybody too, because
Yes.
errors are human, but we still want to make sure that things are done as well as possible.
Exactly.
Ebony, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It sounds like a really great deal. I know you're happy about it, and I'm sure you share that feeling with a number of your coworkers.
Yes.
So. And happy coworkers and workers mean happy customers, so we hope you'll give it a try. It's called Common Help, and it's on the Virginia Department of Social Services website. And if you go to the address we had posted on the screen, it'll take you right there, and away you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, we're going to be right back in a minute with details about a program that offers a lifeline to Norfolk residents who have difficulty paying their water bills, so don't go away.
Oh, sweetheart. Gonna give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Are you having difficulty paying your water bill? Norfolk Lifeline's program can assist eligible residents with that and more. And Gail Kelly, who is an eligibility program supervisor with the Department of Human Services, is here to explain what the program's about. Lifeline doesn't tell you much until you start getting into the details, and one of them, of course, is water. Water cutoff notices are not good news for people, but
No, they're
if
not.
you get one, this program may be able to help. So what does it offer folks, besides even helping with payment of a water bill?
The program covers payments on water accounts as well as with waste disposal or SIPSA. It also covers plumbing repairs.
Okay, so plumbing repairs and water bills. Can you apply for like one or all of them at the same time, or is it just one that you can?
You can apply for all three at the same time. If you've applied for one component and find that you need plumbing repairs later, you can apply for that later.
Oh, okay.
You can receive assistance once per year in each of the components.
All right, so you can go back the next year and ask for help again. So this program is locally funded. This is not something that you'd get through the Department of Social Services generally. We had just talked about Common Help, which is an online application system, but Lifeline isn't a part of that. However, you can go online and get an application form.
That's
on the City of Norfolk website at Human Services, and download it and print it off and mail it in. Or they can mail one to you if you call.
Correct.
And give them your address, and they can send one to you in the mail, and you can send it back or drop it off. Up on the screen now you see what the Lifeline program offers. The phone number is 664-6035, and the website is below. That'll take you right to the Human Services web pages, and you can see Lifeline under Public Benefits. And that will give you an application form as well as more information about the program. So it sounds pretty basic. You cover water payments, and what is it that is required if you need to, if you are eligible or may be eligible?
We would need documentation of your income. We ask you to declare your liquid resources, bank accounts, cash on hand, that kind of thing.
Okay.
The income limit is based on the federal poverty limit. Currently, for a household of 4, the income limit is $3,842 a month.
Okay. Is that gross?
That's gross.
Adjusted income?
That's gross.
Okay. And that they do consider your other assets as part of that eligibility?
There's a $2,000 resource limit.
Okay, so if you have $2,000 in your
Right.
savings account, for instance, if you have more than that, then that may disqualify you
Right.
from it. Okay. Well, that would make sense if you had the ability to pay. The need for this has been, I don't know, it's gone back for quite a few years. The program itself has been around for...
Started in 1999.
Wow, okay. So what, I don't know, see if I can add 10, 11, about
14 years?
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
14 years.
Yeah, 13, 14 years. So clearly there's a need for it, but there's always room for somebody to call. So, you know, they do have people that will assist you over the phone with not only eligibility, but, you know, if you have any questions about the application process itself, or if you need to find out how your application is coming along. Once somebody actually applies and gets approved, how long does it take for them to actually, I'm not sure about the timeline between that and when you actually get the service or the assistance?
We have a 30-day processing on applications. That's the maximum length of time we can take.
Okay.
We make payments to the Hampton Roads Sanitation District, or HRUBS, once a week, so it just goes into the next weekly payment. Usually we're not taking over 2 or 3 weeks at the most.
Okay, so it's from the perspective of the water customer, they don't get a check. It's just automatically deducted from their bill for that time. So this is available during what period of year? Is there a limited time?
They can receive once a year. We are funded from July 1st of each fiscal year through June 30th.
Okay.
So we can handle applications as long as we have funding for it. Once we run out of funds, we stop taking applications.
Okay, so funding is there, and it is right now. So you know, take a look either online or call the number at 664-6035 and ask for somebody to speak to somebody about Lifeline assistance or utilities assistance, and they'd be happy to fill you in on what it offers. You can do this pretty much year-round. Probably as you get closer toward the spring and into summer is when funds tend to be a little less available, because people do apply for this program.
Yes.
And remember, again, it's not just water, it's plumbing repairs and also garbage disposal
waste
fees,
disposal,
which can be very important for people who are struggling to make ends meet. All right, Gail, thank you. Appreciate it. It's always good news to know that there's some help if you need it. That's what we're all about. Well, if you'd like to get a better handle on your personal finances, you won't want to miss the opportunity for free one-on-one financial advice and workshops. We'll have more on this big event when we return.
Have you heard? The U.S. Treasury is phasing out paper checks for Social Security, VA, and other federal benefit payments and going electronic. If you currently receive federal benefits by paper check, you will need to switch to direct deposit or to the Treasury recommended Direct Express Debit MasterCard. If you plan to apply for federal benefits soon, you'll want to decide which electronic payment option is right for you. Visit godirect.org to learn more or to make the switch today.
Do you have burning questions about your personal finances but aren't sure where to turn for help? Then mark your calendar for Saturday, October 27th, when dozens of certified financial planning professionals descend upon the Virginia Beach Convention Center to offer free one-on-one consultations, offerings that are for free guidance and information, and there are no strings attached. Really? Well, for a preview, we invited Lori Irwin to join us. She is the Financial Empowerment Coordinator for Virginia Beach Human Services. Also, please welcome Luann Gallagher, who's the Director of Financial and Housing Counseling for Catholic Charities of Eastern Virginia, and Bob Ponton, who's Chairman of the Board for the Financial Planning Association of Hampton Roads. Great group of people to have here on the show. Thanks for joining us. This financial planning event, this financial planning day, by itself, it's like, what is it? But it's a big deal, and I know, Lori, you've spent a lot of time in helping to coordinate this.
Yes, it's really an exciting part of our financial empowerment effort with the city to empower all citizens to take control of their personal finances. We are honored to work with the Financial Planning Association to bring a financial planning day here to Hampton Roads, because we are one of only 10 cities across the United States selected to host a financial planning day.
Wow.
So this is really a great event. It kind of like a financial fitness fair, where virtually experts on almost any financial topic you might want to address are going to be there. On that day, we have financial planners, we have workshops, we have a wonderful keynote speaker, Kelvin Boston, who is a host of PBS Money Wise series, and then we have counselors and all kinds of experts on almost any topic, including we have the IRS tax advocate, and we have some partners like the Southampton Roads EITC Coalition, bringing free free tax preparation available to everyone.
Okay, so lots of good financial resources that people may or may not know about, but at least it gives them some way to access to these, if nothing else, information on how to access them. The convention center is not a small place, so I imagine that, you know, you've made some room for the people, and the fact that you have a large number of folks who are actually providing this information and these services is that's just a hint, you know. Come on down, because it is free.
It is free, absolutely free. No strings attached, no sales, no products. They're not going to collect your name. You can ask your questions and get your answers there without having any fear of anybody following up on you.
Which I think is I think it's a realistic concern for a lot of people these days. They want their privacy, and being able to ask questions without fear of being ensnared in something, I think is probably a good thing. Bob, as the chairman for the Financial Planning Association Hampton Roads, you are involved in a group that is pretty large, I would imagine, at this point. I mean, financial planners, certified financial planners are growing, but the need is growing too, I think, for guidance.
Yes, Jan, absolutely. And the Financial Planning Association nationally supports that certified financial planner standard. But our local chapter, there's 147 folks, and we support the highest standards of ethics and also the financial planning process. But what a number of folks don't realize is that our members also include, we have estate planning attorneys, we have mortgage specialists, we have certified public accountants, so that we're all together, we bring it all together for our continuing education and so on. So it's really it's an excellent chapter.
Okay, great. So you've got a lot of people in a lot of various aspects of people's financial lives, and people may not even realize just how many aspects there are to that
Correct.
that type of planning, and that's what you can help bring out.
Right.
This particular event, which does provide that face-to-face contact and the ability for people to actually ask questions they might have been afraid to ask in the past for fear of whatever,
That's a good
that
point.
it might cost me money to do it, or they're going to make me, I'm going to pay. But this is an opportunity for people to maybe think about what it is that they really wanted to
does.
know and come and ask.
You mentioned the fear, and it takes a lot of courage to step up and lay your soul out on the table. So we have to give it to the folks. It does show courage to do it. So anyone who has ever wanted to ask a financial planner anything, but was afraid to do so, come on down.
Okay.
And I think they'll find that it's our experience last year, just talking to folks, you could see the relief after they'd broach the issue, you'd address the issue, they'd leave, and they were very, very effusive in thanks. So.
Well, I'll tell you, when you have people that are afraid to ask a question because they either fear it's a bad question or a silly question,
Absolutely.
or maybe everybody knows this but me, and I don't want to feel like put myself there on the line.
Well put.
And you find out that people have some really good answers to your questions, and you feel like, okay.
Why worry about it when you can put it to bed?
Exactly.
And just make it go away.
That's right. The fear goes away, and therefore the process begins.
Absolutely.
And that can open up your mind, I guess, in a lot of doors, too. The workshops are also a big part of this event. And what do those workshops involve?
There's a total of 8, is that right, Lori?
Yeah, there are 8 workshops covering a variety of financial topics, from everything from how to manage your money when you're facing job loss, to how to prepare for retirement, how to do your own financial planning, how to prepare for what happens if you pass away, and what estate documents do you need. There's a workshop specifically for the military called Accomplishing Your Financial Mission, and we have the Bank On program is going to have its graduation that day. We're excited that we have a group of people who have actually taken the challenge to turn their own financial affairs around. So if you want to learn more about how you can do that yourself, you can attend that graduation and get more information.
Great. And we've put up a number on the screen, just so you know, that is Lori's number that we've put up there, so she can also tell you more on the phone.
Absolutely.
If you're interested about the Bank On program and what they're doing for residents. But the day itself is 6 hours of free information, consultations, and we have not just the Financial Planners Association and the City of Virginia Beach, but there are other organizations involved.
Absolutely. We are so honored to have some organizations that are offering free services that day in addition to the financial planners. You can come and get your ballpark estimate of how much you should be saving for retirement, but also our Luann represents Catholic Charities and some other credit counselors that will be helping people to get their free annual credit report. A lot of people don't know where they can go to get that free annual credit report, and Luann will be helping to analyze that report while they're there.
Great. You're going to be very popular.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, the fact that credit reports always strike fear in the hearts of most people. Speaking of fear, what is it going to say, or does it say something that's really hurtful? How in the world am I going to fix it? Or it could just bring up things you had no idea were a problem, or it may just relieve you that everything is a lot better than you thought.
That's entirely
What is
true.
it that they can expect? Are you going to be there personally to take care of this?
I will be there, and what we will offer them is the ability or the opportunity to review the report, to identify any issues that they may have. Oftentimes, credit is a big obstacle to their financial success. So we will help them identify those issues, develop a plan that will help them overcome those issues that might be threatening that success in reaching their financial goals.
Okay, so financial credit reports, and that comes from the 3 financial reporting agencies? Is that
Yes,
correct?
it does.
Credit reporting agencies, excuse me. Yep, and that is, it's always great to have, and knowing that somebody is there to make sense of it all. Because it is a lot of information, once you get it, what in the
Your
world do you
credit
do?
has such a major impact on almost every aspect of your life.
Yes.
So it's important to understand it and to take care of any obstacles that you might be facing.
Okay, and a reminder too that Luann with Catholic Charities, and so they do offer. And she's the director of financial housing and counseling. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So a great person to have at hand, and somebody that you can meet face to face at this event, which can draw a lot of people. So it runs from 9 to 3.
That is right.
Right.
So you can come anytime?
That's, I was going to add. Right.
You can
exactly.
come anytime. Registration will be from 9 to 9:30.
Okay.
We'll be following the Wicked race that day, so there will be some traffic congestion right around the 9 o'clock time frame. So if you are arriving early, you might want to use the 17th Street access. After 9 o'clock, the 19th Street access for the parking will be available. And we invite you to come and enjoy the day, taking advantage of the welcome and the keynote. We'll have Mayor Sessoms welcoming us, and we'll have Kelvin Boston with the keynote.
Great.
And then we'll go right into workshops and one-on-ones and all of the different variety of services there that day. And so you can come, take advantage of as much as you like, and stay as long as you like.
Great. So you have on-site registration, but you can also register online.
Yes.
Is that correct? So if you do that, you also get some important information on how to prepare for when you arrive, because you may have questions, but maybe there's some documentation or some things that you would like to gather before you head on there.
Absolutely right. That's correct.
Yeah.
What was that? The www.financialplanningdays.org /Virginia Beach, and you can go right there to
provides a list
register.
of some of the things that you
can
bring.
register there, and they do have a link to all kinds of resources you can access before the day. And so, you know, they give you some checklists of things that you might want to do ahead of coming to meet with a financial planner.
Well, you know, it is all about planning after all. So I mean, this will probably at least get you warmed up for the idea of knowing that if you plan, then maybe you can actually achieve some goals, which is really what financial planning is all about.
It is. It's achieving your goals. And the thought would be, if you plan to attend but have some issues in the morning that you cannot be there exactly at 9 or 9:30, then please, by all means, we're going to be there until 3 o'clock. So feel free to pop by and to visit us and do the workshops.
Yes. Okay.
One-on-one.
It's a very ambitious project and event, I think. I mean, from how it sounds, but you know, the fact is that it does take effort to make things happen, and and from the public's perspective, you know, get up and get out and go over there. And don't let the people in looking strange Halloween costumes running down the street scare you away.
Well, and from the Financial Empowerment Office, we are concerned about making sure every citizen has the resources they need to have the greatest financial success that they can possibly achieve.
Okay. And this is just one more way to do it, and it's a great opportunity for people to get the guidance that maybe they hoped they could get, but they don't have to worry about forking over the money in order just to get started.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, all three of you, for joining us.
You're most welcome.
Great information and a great event. Good luck.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Bye.